My name is Christy Smith. I was known as Inmate 273736, and I was roommates with child killer Susan Smith.
Christy Smith is incarcerated off and on at Leith Correctional from 2001 to 2019.
When I first got there and I was on the yard, we all worked on the yard crew. I was like, where's that Susan Smith? And she's like, here I am. I'm like, she's a real killer. She killed 2 kids.
When she's roomed with Susan at Leith Correctional, Christy is a self-proclaimed, fast-talking, streetwise 20-year-old. And she's not about to let anyone, especially a child murderer, get the best of her.
My mama said, Christy, when you get to prison, you find the biggest, baddest bitch in there, and you run up to them and you smack them. I was mean. I was a mean girl. I thought she could be a good target for me to pick at.
She begins to observe a troubling side of Susan, a side that appears psychotic.
Susan was very delusional, and I would notice that she would have conversations like the kids were still alive. Like one Saturday morning, we got up. She had the little photo album out. She loved to have the photo album out, and she had her cup of coffee in her hand, and she was just talking to the photo album. She's like, that's okay. Michael's gonna take care of you, Alex. I know he is. And I was like, what is she saying? Them kids are not gonna come back. I come in the room. She was in the room in fetal position in the bed. She's like, I didn't mean to do it. I should have died too. I tried to get him out the car. I tried. I didn't even want to deal with that part of it at all. She liked to have her control of everything that she could have control of, even if it included your business. It was all like a mental game with her. She mind you, excuse my language, but she did.
It's possible that Christy let Susan's manipulative digs slide because Susan was the queen of the commissary. The money Susan receives from family and admirers affords her specialty food items, which are gold, because prison meals are notoriously bad.
Every time I've hit the prison, she's always sent me a care package, my coffee creamer, bar soap, deodorant. At the time I needed stuff for my dental hygiene. I always had it. So the next day I had money slip on there, and I didn't understand why. At first I didn't understand why, but it was like she buttered me up for the go, I guess, killing. You know how you feed a calf and then you slaughter it? Because I've done all her dirty work. I worked in the cafeteria, I'd bring her letters back from Pam, or I was at the library, and I see Pam, you know, it was another way, it was another hand for her, as we call it. Like, we'll go out and we'll throw a kite on the yard, it's a letter. It was just somebody else to get her what she needed, not what Christy needed. But yeah, at the same time, Christy needed some new shoes, and she knew if she got me new shoes, I'd probably take them 2 more letters and take the chance of going to jail and all.
Christy, just barely out of her teens, has never had a meaningful female authority figure in her life. So Susan begins to fill that void.
Usually at all the institutions, the ones that had been there the longest, what they were called was dorm mother.
I, for years, grew up without a mom, and I chased a mama. Every other woman that come in my life, the aunt or whatever, I called mama. Everybody was labeled mama.
Within this complex maternal dynamic, Christy gradually begins to assume the role of obedient daughter. Favors are done for approval, even risky ones. According to Christy, Susan has an insatiable drug habit, and she pays Christy to secure a variety of narcotics for her.
My main purpose was to bring her pills. I've become her guppy.
Susan's behavior as far as drug use, I believe that's something that she got into after she got moved from the women's institution to Greenwood. And she could no longer get the male attention that she used as a drug, I believe.
But as time passes and Christy matures, she begins to realize she's being manipulated.
I can remember one time I was going to visit, and she didn't like my lipstick. She's like, Christy, you don't need to wear that lipstick. And my lips look good to me, you know, but she didn't like them. And that little seed in my head that my lips look bad, you wouldn't see the reason why right then, but I stepped back and thought about things, and I could see exactly why. It was, you know, to see, oh, is she gonna listen to me? Or are we friends enough for her to believe that her lips don't look right, you know? But with Susan, you never knew with Susan. It was always, is she telling the truth? Is this all the story? Or was she leaving it out? Is that how she see it, or is that how I'm gonna see it? You had to, I mean, when she tell you something, you have to really pick it apart to see if there's truth to it. After a while, I did see a different side of Susan. I believe she is very much a master manipulator. That's what scared me about Susan, is you didn't see the monster. I'm like a whole monster in her, like a whole another person.
I believe Susan will continue to attempt to manipulate whomever she can to get a favor from another inmate, or to attempt to get a favor from another officer or staff member. I think she'll continue.
And Susan's episodes of anger are getting ugly. According to Christy, Susan has a chilling outburst during an argument with her alleged lover.
She said, "I killed my kids. Do you think I care about yours?"
But the last straw for Christy comes when Susan makes contact with Christy's own young son.
She run visitation. She worked with other people's kids when she didn't even have her own. And played with them like they was hers. Told my son he could call her Auntie Susan. I said, "No, you can't. You don't have the privilege to discuss my child when you've done what you did to yours." And my little boy loved her. I hate to say it that much, but Zachary loved Susan because she worked on visitation. I don't think she should be allowed to do that.
Christy Smith would remain in prison until 2019. By this time, Susan and Christy haven't been cellmates for years, and they've drifted apart.
I hope Susan Smith is never released from prison. I think I told her bye, because when I head out that gate, I ain't looking back. I think Susan's mind's not correct. I don't think she's capable of living in a free life or a free world without committing more crimes, because she'll knock off whatever she has to knock off to get where she needs to go. She did her kids, but it's gonna keep her from doing somebody else. You know, so I think she needs to be in an institution. I'm not gonna say a jail. I'll say an institution, because I don't wish jail upon nobody.